So my kids had the really, really awkward experience of having to sit and listen to me talk about sex with my wife for an evening. I know that sounds a little bit unusual, doesn't it? But part of my other hat that I wear in life as a church minister, I run a little youth group, and we had the evening where we were talking about relationships and sex, and my kids, or my two older teenage two, are in my youth group, and I don't quite know why I've chosen to do this video while walking up the steepest hill that I actually walk, while with the dog. Here he is. So he's going to have to listen to me talk about some sex as well. But for me, my kids did really, really well at having their parents lead the youth group discussion about sex and relationships and how to find relationship fulfilling and what that looks like, and well, you know all the conversations that go with that. And because I think we've got quite an open conversational narrative at home about sex and puberty, they did okay. There was definitely a couple of cringy moments for them where some of the older teenagers were warning everybody about the dangers of sex, and I wanted to just kind of balance out the narrative, and I went, actually, you know what, sex can be really good fun. And my son just put his hands, so his head in his hands and went, oh my life. That was probably his most testing moment. But I think when it comes to kind of, I don't know, letting my children flourish and grow their potential, I've always thought physical relationships, puberty, hormones, love, relationships are just so important that as a parents we have an open door around those conversations. We have an open door with our kids about menstrual cycles, how they're feeling. Do they always walk through that door? No, they do not. Do they have to walk through that door? No, they blooming do not. It's their choice. Whether they do that, getting even more out of breath on the hill. But I think, and kind of, does this have anything to do with sport? Yes. Has loads to do with sport. Sport is an environment where you feel very body conscious often, lots of challenging relationships. You're in a tight-knit community who will have a certain set of values around relationships and sex and what is healthy and what is unhealthy. And usually those team-based values aren't always the most healthy. And so I think it's really, really important that we've provided a kind of home which is a harbour, embarrassing as it is, that enables our kids to be able to come home and have those conversations with us. I don't know if they'll keep having those conversations with us. I don't know if we're scarring them for life. They may, when they're older, come back and go, oh, I can't believe how open you and mum and dad were. But I think we must be doing an okay job if they can sit through and endure the youth group kind of relationships and sex talk and then come back at us with loads of questions afterwards. And I think it's not easy, but I think it's really, really important as parents we don't bury this topic. We now know loads of great research about how periods of menstrual cycles affect a girl's training and performance and injury rate. You remember what it's like going through puberty. It was a pretty tough time at times, feeling compared to others, trying to work out all that stuff. So for me, I think part of the key of unlocking that potential is that no part of life, no conversation in life is off bounds. And I'm just glad that most young people don't have to sit through their parents leading a session like that. I think mine, bless them, get loads of hero points in my estimation for being able to survive it. But if you're not used to talking about these things, maybe just start thinking about little ways you can just be open and honest. Opportunities just to ask questions. And you'll get the embarrassed, oh, mum, I don't want to talk about this, or dad, I really don't want to talk about this. And that's absolutely fine. But I just want you to know if you ever wanted to, you really can. I think we just have to model an openness and a maturity about this. Flipping heck, I've been going for 4.5 minutes walking up this steep hill. Wasn't the most sensible way of doing a video. Anyway, have a great day, nurturing potential so that our kids have the competitive edge in all areas of life. If you've liked this video, I can't remember what I'm going to say now, run out of oxygen in my brain. If you like this video, why not stick a like button, hit the like button. If you dislike it, hit dislike. If you don't agree with me, let me know below. If you've got any questions, chuck it in below. And please, I'd love it if you hit the subscribe button. I'm blown away by how many people are watching these. I really, really appreciate that. I really appreciate you being here. It makes me kind of walking along a morning street holding my phone, talking about sex. It makes it feel like it's actually worthwhile. I really appreciate you guys. Keep going. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.